So who here has experience getting lost in the woods?
Me.
No, I'm actually not able to get lost in the woods, or I can find my way out pretty easily, actually.
I've always played in the woods since I was a child, so I don't think I've ever actually been lost in them.
No, I've never been lost in the woods.
But it's really easy to find your direction as long as you know how to look at the moss correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was before I knew the moss trick, so that would have been nice to know.
Now, in video games, I've gotten lost in forests and all the fucking time because they don't obey the moss rule.
Well, guess where we're going next?
If we can get our bus there in the first place.
Yeah. Well, there are woods between us and spaceships, so we must navigate them.
Yeah, because we weren't, intelligent and nabbed that flying stadium. So we have to drive there.
Yeah, welcome to my least favorite area.
There shouldn't even be a river here. Cracks in the mountain. I don't know, that river looks pretty natural to me. Well, whatever. Anime plot. So now we have to go running through the woods to find a path that the bus can take, which somehow takes less time than walking there by foot, despite the fact that we're walking there by foot, turning around, walking back, and then taking the bus.
I hate this place so much. Kabiyama has an idea!
Those perfectly and conveniently cut logs on the other side of
They're just lying there.
I would like to point out that if they just, maybe moved a couple of those rocks, I think a bus of that size could get over a creek of that size.
Remember?
Yeah.
There are a lot of kids here, though, who are strong, but I'm not sure if Kabiyama could probably do some lifting.
Look, we have giant soccer demons. I believe nothing. In fact, a soccer demon could probably just reach over the creek and grab the logs.
Or
Very
I could
good
just
point.
reach over the creek and put the bus over it.
Well, I'm not sure I would trust it with a bus. They're a bit delicate. I mean, it might, accidentally knock off the, something off the bottom.
Or, crush a kid.
If the kids were inside the bus at the time, yes, but I would have them evacuate so, it's lighter.
Kido and Goenji are having their adult conversation. Kido's trying to get Enda to see that there's something a little fishy about our coach, but, Goenji's like, well, maybe we should wait on that.
Because, it's the end of the game. We'll tell him in the epilogue. It'll be fine.
And then he'll be just like, what?
And it was like, guys, let's go.
You're holding up the group, come on.
We need to go get those logs, man. That are conveniently cut. Oh, by the way, we now have ice cream.
Yes, notice the green hair.
The other green hair.
Yeah, there are two sets of green hair. One is Peabody in the back, or Tamagoro. And then, of course, we've got Razor.
We finally have green ice cream head.
Yep.
I'm pleased. Hopefully he isn't horrifically underleveled. He probably is, though. I'm guessing by at least 10 levels.
Not as horribly underleveled as you'd think, but hence why I have him. I did some leveling up work with him, so he should be fine.
I like that there is a full vending store within
There are
the woods.
3 in this forest. There's one that will give you items, another that will give you equipment, and another that will sell you shots. Like every other town we've ever been to. The problem is finding these guys. When I was originally recording this, I was thinking, maybe I should record where all of these places are, so you got, for those people who are still playing along to try and, figure out where they are, but due to the obviously high counter rate, as you can see all the various lightning bolts, I decided to say, no, let's just get to where we need to go.
Well, I'm already lost. I don't know about you, but this all looks fucking identical to me.
Which is why this place is a bugger to navigate. I had to research, I had to have a whole practice run of trying to remember what the correct path was before I recorded this.
Well, yeah, otherwise you'd be lost in here for hours knowing you. Your sense of direction is worse than mine.
And
that's
true.
Saying something. I can only find my direction if I'm lost in the woods or lost on back roads. Those are the only 2 times I know where I am.
And it shows me losing points because
You
at
lost.
that point, well, no, I just got tired of.
Oh, you started running. But that one you lost. But you do start fleeing battles, which is a thing you can do, and the game treats it as a loss on your side. Which I guess technically makes sense, because you're basically throwing a match.
Mm-hmm. But just look at how fast these happen.
And I kept one in because I was getting really tired of editing them out, and I figured...
And I just ran away from this anyway, so...
Yeah. You just ran away from it. And then we got to see an interesting mountain man.
Yeah, there's some interesting people hiding up in this mountain.
Yeah,
They're
what,
probably their own.
what are all
school
of these kids wandering around in Fuji Forest?
They're
for?
all being mind controlled by Alias, remember?
No, those are the people in the Alias base, which we also run into them a lot. We run into people in Alias base a lot. I think the encounter rate might even be worse than it is here, but I can't tell because that place looks even more identical than this does.
And involves more running around to find. You actually have to find items in order to move on.
I know, the first time they decide to have like a real dungeon in this game, and it's the final dungeon, and no one wants it.
No. Gone through the entire game. The first game didn't need anything. It didn't. So
And-
why all of a sudden we get new in this one? But hey.
We also get glittering logs, which are now sinking into the earth very conveniently.
Yeah.
These are some
And we
industrious
don't have to worry
kids.
about them giving.
And
When
these-
the bus gets on them.
These are some industrious kids here. And now, Goenji and Fubuki need to have, heart to heart.
They need to have a heart-to-heart because Goenji has to make up for something.
Being a douche?
Yes.
Because he does that a lot.
I know. He's trying not to be a douche, I guess, but I don't know. Let's see how successful he is.
And he's got
That's not a good start.
he's got a deflated soccer ball and everything.
That's not a good start.
Touch the ball. Touch it!
Touch it.
You do too still play football. We were able to use you in the last match and everything. Despite the fact that you should have been vibrating on a seat at the time. Oh, Fubuki, who gives a fuck?
Shiro, you're fine the way you are, honey.
You're like our bro, and if we have to hang you outside the bus upside down, we will.
We'll do it with love.
I was about to say, if we have to haze you, we're totally going to do it. You had a split personality too, Goenji? Was that the one who didn't spike his hair? Because I would like that one.
I liked him.
He also had a very fabulous dress sense.
Oh my god, yeah, that's his style on that guy was just...
But anyways,
The
so...
girls were swooning.
Hush, girl.
Namely me.
I was supposed to say hush, hush. We're supposed to be talking about Fubuki's problems, not your problems.
Ah! Samyuka!
Again, not your problems. We're supposed to be having Fubuki's problems, and also that word that he needs to stop using.
Speaking of problems, where's Kazemaru?
Kazemaru was ages ago. He just weren't fast enough.
Oh, he didn't have the wind in his... No, he didn't have the wind in his sails.
I've got the wind in my sails!
It's a striker's joke.
Yeah, the dub of the Wii game is kind of fabulous. Not good, but fabulous.
Alright, Goenji did his best to get the start off, so now everyone else is chipping in for the pep talk.
Yeah, Goenji tried and failed, so now here comes the people who are actually good at pep talks. Also Ichinose for some reason.
I don't know, she does.
I like how Kito's hanging in the back. He's like, I'm just gonna distance myself by a couple feet. It's that or being near Aki. Look, he's just like, not get near her. Good job, Kito. Wow.
Whoa!
Okay,
What the hell?
Fubuki, I thought we talked about the drugs.
Apparently
Again,
not enough. No, he needs to do this to move on.
he needs to have
One
a heart.
last time.
He needs to have a heart-to-heart in a white blank void space with Wolverine.
Yes. He needs this to move on.
Dude, even the hair is shinier.
This is a weird instance of character development.
Oh my
I'm not sure this was a good plan.
I don't think it was either. There are better ways to try and teach lessons to your self.
Aw, his split personality is finally ditching him for good.
That's a good thing. It's called progress.
I know, but still, the way it's happening kind of makes it sound like he's just like, so long, sucker.
Got a stairway to heaven I need to start climbing.
This game is very confusing because they seem to have a real split on whether they want to portray this Atsuya as literally just a figment of Shiro's imagination or also kind of his brother's spirit that's been staying with him. They seem to really be split on which one they actually want it to be.
Yeah. So maybe they're just letting the viewer decide?
Possibly, but I'm not sure I'm willing to believe the script writing was that good. I think more they just couldn't make their mind up.
That's fine.
Notice his hair.
Ah!
Holy fuck! We have a merger! Just a fusion between Atsuya and Shiro.
No, this is what he looks like when he gets off drugs.
This is him.
Fubuki, go back on drugs!
I kind of like
This is not a drug shoot.
See, he doesn't look stoned anymore.
Then he's not Fubuki!
Then he is a Fubuki.
We've lost our Fubuki.
Yeah, see, they fused. The two personalities fused.
Now we have some stranger in his place.
Who is this Fubuki?
It's a
We
I
stra-
don't know
find
this
out.
third Fubuki.
He's just some stranger that we used to know. Wait, I joked earlier that there was a third one, remember?
There is a third Fubuki!
Oh shit, I was right.
He's a stranger in a strange land.
In a strange forest with a strange bus. That may or may not
Involve an
cause
ice cream.
all of our
Stranger
deaths.
places.
Look who's on our
stranger
team, by the way, folks. I actually went out and recruited Aphrodite. He is up in the forward position.
And a deer ranger.
And a deer ranger, yeah, I got pink because she was the easiest to get, and I think yellows I also was able to get, but he's a goalkeeper, so I'm not going to use him.
And he's bad, from
And
what
he's
I
bad
recall.
too, but
I mean, okay, so people in the thread were talking about how Tachibukai is good stat-wise and, like, move-wise, and I agree with that. Like, from a mechanics perspective, Tachibukai is a good goalie. I'm just saying, personality-wise, I prefer him. And
So-
Tamagoro.
So does this mean that this new Fubuki is the face that he was meant to hide away forever?
Yeah, sure, let's go with that. We're...
onward!
Wow, that bus almost didn't make it. Spaceships.
Da-da-da-da!